Joining us now is childcare expert and author of the book Nanny and Me. She's Florence Romano. She's also known as the Windy City Nanny. Florence, welcome to the program. A lot to discuss here, a lot of changes that we're dealing with every single day. First question, how do parents find a balance if they're working from home and, of course, taking care of their children as well?
It's hard to find a balance right now. I'm talking to so many friends and families that are saying, we're just trying to survive at this point. Oh my gosh. And, if you have both parents who have to work from home and also be taking care of the kids, they have to kind of take shifts with the kids now so they can also do their work. So at this point, you have to really look at what this childcare crisis is. And yes, COVID-19 has, brought us to this place that we're in isolation, all of that. But really, the childcare crisis was started way before COVID-19 came in. 64% of our families today in America have a nanny or a caretaker or childcare in some way. So think of that statistic and how many kids and families that actually affects.
I want to ask you this. Is it safe to use childcare at this time?
I'd like to tell you that there's a perfect case scenario here, but desperate times call for desperate measures, and you still need to have childcare. Think of the healthcare workers, bus drivers, firemen. These are people that can't work remotely, work from home. You still need someone helping, taking care of your children if you're a single mom or single dad, both working parents. So you do have to have a village. You do have to still have someone taking care of your kids. Is it social distancing at its finest? No, but it's not going to be a perfect situation. Be as safe as you can, be as smart as you can about it, but you still need to be able to provide for your family.
And tell me about those child care workers who are used to dealing with children during this time. They might be laid off because parents, of course, forced to work from home. Are you seeing that they're struggling with their jobs as well?
Yes, because, in those cases, it's either probably a privately owned company and, they're not making all that much money. And so I'm seeing cases now where those workers are starting to do in-home kind of nannying or daycare for children in their community or their areas because they do need the work and the parents need the support. So is it a perfect situation again? No, because it's not completely social distancing or isolating or quarantine. But again, it's the best you can do in the circumstances.
I've seen a lot online, too. My sister is a mom of two, and I hear from them as well, that they're kind of coming together. They're talking to other moms, maybe on social media, learning their best practices. I know in this interview you talked about you've heard from friends. What are you hearing on your end? What is probably the biggest question you're getting about all of this every day?
The biggest question I seem to be getting is, how long is this going to go on and how long do I have to survive this? But it's not even just that. It's beautiful because honestly, I'm seeing more humanity in the situation. People are worried about what about those kids that are homeless and are counting on schools being in session for meals or shelter or health care. 114,000 kids in New York City count on that. So when you start picturing that across all the different cities in the United States, that's an unbelievable statistic. But that's what I'm hearing more of is how do we help these people that can't help themselves? I think that's honestly one of the most fabulous things about seeing a crisis in the world. If you can look at the silver lining, it's that you see that most people are good and that people are trying to help. Like, Mr. Rogers said, you look for the helpers in these situations, and I'm seeing a lot of helpers.
Right, and I know a lot of parents are realizing just how valuable their children's teachers are, as well as childcare professionals. So it really is a time of realization. That's Florence Romano. She's the Windy City Nanny. Florence, thanks so much.